today we're checking out the new iPhone 17e. Surprisingly, the cost didn't go up on this one from the previous version, starting at $599 for the base model, $799 to double the storage. Although the base model went from 128 gigabytes to 256, which is probably plenty for most people. This also has the newer A19 chip instead of A18. Still got the same 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display at 1170 by 2535 resolution. It's now got Ceramic Shield 2 on the display for better scratch resistance. It also has the Apple C1X modem, and it still has Wi-Fi 6. They actually added a third color this time, although I wish it was the new MacBook Neo citrus yellow color instead of soft pink. Who knows, maybe next time. I kind of like this pretty nice matte black finish here on the back. Really has a nice look to it in my opinion. Actually looks better than I was expecting. You can see it's a matte black finish on the edges as well. Overall, really nice build quality on this, as you would expect from Apple. I kind of wish they had the wallpaper that's on the box by default. I just think that looks better. Of course, you can make the text and icons a little larger when setting up the phone. Of course, you still have the notch there at the top. Looks like there's a software update. Might as well go ahead and do that. The setup's going to be very similar to most other iPhones. Of course, you have Apple Intelligence. You can also have this summarize your notifications and only show priority notifications as well. Plus, you can customize the action button during setup as well, or of course you can change that later in the settings. They also have no action on there, but I feel like if you have an extra button, you might as well use it for something. Of course, you have Siri. You've also got emergency SOS. Kind of odd, but the phone is already heating up. I can feel it getting warm on the back just by setting this up. You've got different colors of the wallpaper, but personally, I just don't think it looks that good. I think this wallpaper looks much better than the default one. I feel like even though this phone is only 60 Hz refresh rate, everything still feels really nice and smooth on here. That's why sometimes you can't just go by what specs are. I also think the screen looks pretty nice on here as well, even though this is the new entry-level iPhone. Of course, there's a lot of different ways that you can customize the home screen, icons, colors, the size of everything. They've really given you a lot of different options now compared to in years past. It's currently on iOS 26.3.1 after I did the update. The software on here is going to be almost identical to the regular iPhone 17. You can see it has the new liquid glass style to it now. Of course, swipe down to get to your search. You can see it's using just under 32 gigabytes right out of the box, so not too bad. Just downloading a few apps on here, you can really feel the heat coming from the back of the phone, especially as you get towards the top. You can tell by the benchmark results that this is a nice improvement over the iPhone 16e in single and multi-core score, and quite a bit more on GPU performance as well. So of course this is going to play most games in the App Store pretty smooth without too many issues. I know playing PUBG Mobile and Asphalt Legends Unite, everything looked really nice on the highest settings. Obviously it may depend on which games you're playing. Surprisingly, it didn't even seem to heat up like it did during setup, so that's good to see as well. It still has the same 4005 milliamp hour battery, just like the iPhone 16e, but the wireless charging went up from 7.5 watts up to 15. So at least it's going to charge a little bit faster there. They've also now added MagSafe charging, so you can use this on a lot of MagSafe accessories without having to add a case to it. I also ran my typical battery drain test at 100% screen brightness, and it lasted just over 14 hours, so just a hair less than the iPhone 16e. But just keep in mind, there's a lot of variables when it comes to battery life, and this is just one test. Once you use this for over a week or so, it will adjust to how you're using the phone. Now the speakers aren't going to be the loudest out there, but probably loud enough for most things. Here's a quick sample just to give you an idea of what it sounds like.
You
Camera specs on this are pretty similar to before, with a 12 megapixel wide angle lens on the front, 48 megapixel wide angle on the back, but this now supports next generation portraits where you can adjust the focus and the depth on photos after they've been taken. Of course, it can shoot up to 4K resolution, 60 frames per second for video recording. You can just swipe left or right to get to the different modes. It's got time lapse, slow-mo, video, photo, portrait, and pano. Kind of surprising, but when you zoom all the way in and take a photo, the results actually look pretty good. Here's a few quick samples just to give you an idea of what to expect from the new iPhone 17e. I feel like overall this is actually a pretty nice option for the price. It's got really good performance, nice screen quality. Even though this is the cheapest or entry-level iPhone in their lineup, it still feels like pretty nice quality. But of course, even cheaper phones now are definitely better than even just a few years ago. I think if you already have the iPhone 16e, it probably wouldn't make much sense upgrading to this one. I think they're just too close, although they do use the same cases, so that could be one benefit. I might have to compare this to some other phones that I have, but so far I like what I'm seeing with the new iPhone 17e, and it definitely feels like you're getting your money's worth. If you like phones, tablets, and other tech, I've got a lot more stuff that I'm working on as usual, so you'll want to keep an eye out for those upcoming videos. So if you've made it this far into the video, you may want to say thanks by subscribing, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if this video was helpful. This is Brian from Fishbee Productions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.